Good evening and welcome to this Saturday edition of The Big Fight, a show that is young at 22, the oldest running debate show on Indian news television. This Saturday has been a blockbuster political Saturday. Two important aspects. Number one, of course, the big upset in Punjab. He was considered the tallest leader in Punjab Congress, Captain Amrinder Singh, that the Congress will have no winning prospects without him. But over the past few months, and particularly the past few days, it almost appeared as if the Congress thought of him as political baggage who had to be done away with. Well, the third time when a CLP meeting took place, that is the Congress Legislature Party meeting, a meeting of all the MLAs, it was very clear that the writing is on the wall for the captain. The once powerful captain now spoke to the Congress President Sonia Gandhi and said, "I feel humiliated." What will happen to this humiliation from here? Can this prove to be a disaster for the Congress or actually a boon? That can Congress recover its prospects in their calculation as far as Punjab is concerned? And more importantly, what happens to this political party? Have they been able to handle this crisis well? So on the show tonight, Captain has resigned. He may have resigned, but he has not retired. And in this interview that we are going to play out in just a short moment, you will hear what he tells us about this whole resignation versus retirement issue. But the larger point on the Congress party is this: a crisis badly handled. I mean, you could have handled this in a far better way. He's a very senior politician. Did you have to humiliate him for him to openly come out and say, "I feel humiliated"? As we go along, we'll put this to a discussion also. Remember, it's a blockbuster political Saturday. We will have both newsmakers, Captain Amrinder Singh, as well as the other big story, Babul Supriyo, who has now jumped ship after having left politics. He has come back to politics from the BJP into the Trinamool Congress. We'll go to him also in just a short moment. The only news channel to have both the newspapers of this blockbuster political Saturday. Let's first listen in to this exclusive conversation with the former Chief Minister of Punjab, Captain Amrinder Singh. All right, joining us right now is Captain Amrinder Singh. Captain, it's been a long innings as the Chief Minister. Captain Amrinder, if you can hear me, it's been a long innings as a Chief Minister. I'm sure you have had great love being showered by the leaders as well as the population of Punjab. I want to know one thing from you. Were you not ever told in the past by your political party of how unhappy the MLAs were with you? Were you not ever told? Because you say you're humiliated.
Told by who? Told by who?
By the leadership of the Congress party. Were you not ever told that there are leaders who are unhappy with you?
Well, of course they told me. Of course they told me. Of course they told me. Not once, they've told me many times. They are unhappy. I can't make everybody happy in the government when you're in government. Somebody wants something done, you can't do it, so he becomes unhappy. That's a different thing. But as far as the general population, ask the Punjabi, why are you asking any leaders? Ask the people of Punjab, are they happy or they're not happy with our government?
You think your leaders in your party ganged up against you, Captain?
Some of them did, some of them, yes. Some people who were close to me did do this. But that's okay, I don't mind, that's part of the game. You win some, you lose some, let them come, they will realize themselves in due course.
Captain Amrinder, what do you think, and do you think the major part of your humiliation, since you use that word, has to do with the fact that the top leadership gave repeated audience to Navjot Singh Sidhu?
No, I don't care about that. Do you know if I wanted an audience for me to say I couldn't have met anyone? I went to Delhi from last March when the COVID came to this time to now. I've only been 4 times. Twice to see the Congress President and twice to see the central leadership, the Home Minister and the Prime Minister on national security matters. And that is my job to do. And otherwise, I don't go. I'm not one of those who runs out to Delhi every second day, second week to go and see somebody. Why should I see it? I've got a job to do and do my job.
No, the reason why I'm asking you this question is because Mr. Sidhu is going all guns blazing against you. I mean, it almost appeared as if you are his opposition. So, do you think that he was doing out of his own volition, or
I don't know about I'm
under
his
pressure
opposition,
from
but
the-
he's certainly.
Yeah.
I don't know what he is doing it or he's not doing it, but I can tell you that the man, I've said this before, he was in my cabinet and he was a total disaster as a minister. 7 months he never cleared his files, and I can't let a man who is the local self-government, which was the urban ministry, development ministry, to do something and just sit on files. And that is not the way. Therefore, I removed him from there. And obviously, he's been bitter since. So he can go with all 10 guns blasting, I don't care. If he's being made the face of the Congress chief ministership, leadership, I will certainly oppose him. And the party, let him do what he wants. That's up to Delhi to decide. But government of Punjab means national security. I've got a 600-kilometer border with Pakistan. And I'm not going to allow a man like him to emerge here. And if he comes as the face of the Congress, I will oppose him.
No, Captain, you are saying you will oppose him as the face of the party. Don't you think he has already been made the face? So you are happy with any other person being made chief minister, but not Navjot Singh Sidhu?
State of the party. Listen to me. I am not opposing him as he's the PCC president. He can do anything he wants as the PCC president. That's the Congress president's decision. But coming as the face of the party in the Congress for the chief ministership, where his alliance is so close with people in Pakistan, with the Pakistan Army Chief and the Pakistan Prime Minister and all, that is a matter of national security. And therefore I will oppose him on that.
But Captain Singh, how is it a matter of national security? For instance, just to play devil's advocate, if he speaks to the Prime Minister or knows someone...
You don't know what he's been doing.
No, I know about his advisors also. The very silly comments that they make.
He has, when he was going to Pakistan for Imran Khan's meeting, for his swearing in, I told him, I rang him up in Andhra Pradesh, he was there. I said, don't go. He didn't listen to me. He needs the Chief Minister's permission to go. Anyway, he went there. After that, there he hugged that general when our soldiers are being killed every day. Today I am getting umpteens of weapons and explosives and heroines and whatever else is coming through drones into Punjab, and that is the Pakistan Army doing it. Doing that and also killing our soldiers over there. The ISI and all is doing it. And anyone who is here as Chief Minister has to look after national security as well. And this man is incapable of doing it. And therefore I will oppose him.
Captain Singh, why, in an earlier interview, I heard you saying that there's something mentally wrong with Navjot Singh Sidhu. Why would you come to such a conclusion?
I never said mentally. I never said mentally wrong. I never said mentally wrong. I don't use these words. But I said that he was incapable of running. Look, why can't a man who's the minister of local self-government clear a file? What was his problem? Is it more important to go down to Bombay and sit in a chair and laugh in some program than clearing files for the Punjab government? I don't have confidence in the man. I think it's a big disaster if they're going to make him the face of the Congress for the election.
Captain Singh, do you feel that right now you have concentrated a bulk of your anger against Mr. Navjot Singh Sidhu, whereas there was a high command that gave him that audience, gave him that space? So do you feel that somewhere the blame lies with the high command as well?
My views. I've told them that I have told them quite clearly that the man is not capable, not competent. I've given all the things. Despite that, they want to make him, let them make him. That's his. But when it comes to national security, then it's my job also. I have to live in the state. I may not be chief minister, but it is my state. And I've been through the most horrendous of times before the Blue Star and after Blue Star. And I don't want Punjab ever to come that way again. And this man's incompetence will take us that way.
Two quick questions before I let you go. You've had a long day. Are you still a congressman, and will you remain one? Because sources in the Congress party are telling us that In 2017 also,
I
some people accuse you of
I've
trying
heard
to
this-
do business with
I've
the
heard this
BJP.
many times. What business can I do? Any chief minister who comes to has to talk to the BJP when it comes to national security. All your agencies are central agencies. I have to bring back big fish from the drugs. That comes through Interpol. Interpol comes through the Ministry, Government of India. I mean, there are issues that you have to deal with. I've got drones coming down. I have no capacity to shoot down those drones. So I have to meet the Home Minister to say, find some capacity to shoot down the drones. Because weapons are coming, narcotics are coming, all these sort of things are coming. Any government, any chief minister who comes will have to deal with the government of India as far as national security is concerned.
Captain
Another
Singh,
thing,
my final...
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
you're talking only of 1 minute, just listen to me.
Sure.
You're only talking about the Prime Minister and the other minister. What about the other ministers we have to deal with? We have to deal with, I just have to deal with the food minister. Our paddy crop is about to come in. We've got to deal with the finance minister. We've got to deal with the industries minister. We've got to deal with the external affairs minister. I've got people stuck in other parts of the country. I'm writing letters every day and telephoning people to get them released. Who else is going to do it? Do I have the capacity as a state to do it?
Okay, Captain Singh, my final question to you. What next? This is going to be a question that will be asked of you, I'm sure has been asked of you. Many leaders who stood in support with you attended the CLP meeting also. It's very clear that you may have resigned, but you have not retired. Captain Singh, what does this mean? Do you remain in the Congress? Do you have your own outfit? What's your political course from here on?
I don't know. I don't know what I sense so outside our government, which you're probably referring to, that politics is a very fluid game. One doesn't know where it is and what it is. Let us see. It's a flexible game, and one has to think. You have to talk to your friends, you've got to talk to your colleagues, and then you have to make up your mind what you want to do.
Will you remain a
Let's see
congressman,
when the time
Captain
comes.
Singh? My
And
final question.
When we are ready with I can't give you any answer now. I can't give you an answer as of yet. I will at some time. I will once I talk to all my colleagues. Don't think I am the only one who is upset with this current setup. There are many people.
But there's more politics left to you, Captain
Set up
Singh.
in Punjab, I mean. No?
I'm saying there is much
No
more
what?
politics left to do for you.
I think so. I'm not putting up, I'm giving things up, not at all. I'm going to fight it out. When I retire, it will be after winning a battle, not losing a battle.
So there's a battle to be won, Captain Singh. And you'll
Oh
do
yes,
it.
there is plenty of battle.
Always
I
nice
hope
talking
so.
to you, Captain
Hope so.
Amrinder Singh. Thank you so much. So I'm not old enough, and when I retire, I'll do so after winning a battle, not after losing one. So this very clearly means that Captain Amrinder Singh has some idea of what he wants to do. He's just trying to figure out. But where does this leave the Congress party? I would like to welcome Dr. Ashwini Kumar, the senior Congress leader, former Union Minister for Law and Justice. Dr. Kumar, for a very, very senior leader like Captain Amrinder Singh to say that I have been humiliated, do you think that this is an extremely embarrassing commentary on the Congress party? For a leader as senior as him to say I've been humiliated?
Well, first of all, let me tell you that no resignation is ever a pleasant affair, and it does cause hurt at some level, which is only natural. But if you were to go by the AICC resolution, sponsored resolution, which was passed unanimously by the CLP today in Chandigarh, at great length, the contribution of Captain Amrinder Singh has been officially recognized and reiterated. I don't think, having known Mrs. Gandhi for a very long time and the way she functions, she would ever intend to humiliate anyone. I think she enjoyed a very, very good personal relationship with Captain Amrinder Singh, and both of them had mutual regard for each other. It is unfortunate that things have turned out the way they have turned out, but the crisis in the Punjab Congress was brewing for a long time, and sometimes difficult decisions have to be made. It doesn't mean that the decisions were intended ever to humiliate, and I know that none of the top members of the leadership of the Congress party would ever intentionally humiliate anyone, leave alone Captain Amarinder Singh.
No, Dr. Kumar, I want to ask you this question. Do you think that this crisis could have been better handled? Because, you know, there is an instant comparison that we have from last Saturday where, I don't know whether that is right or not, you had an entire government wiped out, removed, chief ministers downwards, and a brand new government in place. Not a flower pot moved. And here you have a chief minister saying, I was humiliated. How would you compare these two strategies?
Well, if you were really to ask Mr. Rupani how he felt about being removed, I'm sure he would not say, I'm mighty pleased. But listen, as I said, it can always be argued one way or the other that perhaps this thing could have been done better, it could have been done earlier, it could have been done in this way or that way. These are possible views, and I'm not going to dispute anybody's right to have a view on this. But please remember, these difficult decisions are not always at will. These decisions evolve over a period of time, and the fact that such a long time was taken to take a difficult decision showed that this was not an easy decision. Now, the timing, the methodology, ultimately one has to leave to the best judgment of the leadership. And I think those who actually took the decision, namely the Congress president and the top leadership of the Congress party, must have factored, and I would like to give them the benefit of doubt, they must have factored all circumstances before deciding what they did and deciding upon the manner of doing so. Now the matter has been left to the best judgment of the Congress president. Let us see what happens.
Dr. Kumar,
but I do want to make one point, that the very fact that a detailed resolution commending Captain Amarinder Singh's contribution was proposed by AICC and unanimously passed should leave none in doubt that the contribution of Captain Amarinder Singh in the development of Punjab, in the politics of Punjab, is not being discounted and cannot be discounted.
do you think that Captain Amarinder Singh, you know, his last words in this interview, he said, when I retire, I'll do it when I've won a battle, not when I've lost one. Do you think that that if he is not kept and if his opinion is not valued even now, for instance, he says that a break point is going to be if Navjot Singh Sidhu is elevated to the position of a chief ministerial face. That will be the break point. Okay, I'm going to come back to Dr. Kumar in just a short moment. Let me introduce our other guests as well. Faizan Mustafa, he is the Vice Chancellor of Nalsar University. We have Gulchain Singh Charak, former in charge of Punjab Congress, Smita Prakash, editor of the ANI, and Manjeet Rai, leader of the BJP in Punjab. Thank you very much. I want to come to you, Mr. Gulchain, first.
Yes.
You know, the question that I was asking Dr. Kumar also, has it become a habit in the Congress party to position indecision and indiscipline as inner party democracy?
देखिए, पहले तो मैं ये कहूँगा कि मुझे आज बहुत दुख हुआ, बहुत कष्ट हुआ जब कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जैसी शख्सियत को जो बातें उन्होंने मेरे सामने कही हैं, ये कहने की जरूरत पड़ी। सिद्धू जिससे मैं ज्यादा वाकिफ नहीं हूँ, लेकिन बीइंग इंचार्ज ऑफ पंजाब जब मैं रहा और मैंने देखा कैप्टन साहब की शख्सियत का उनका एक अपना स्थान पंजाब के अंदर है। और बदकिस्मती ये पार्टी की है कि जब भी देश के अंदर बहुत जरूरत होती है, इस पार्टी का एक बहुत अहम रोल बनता है, उस वक्त आकर ऐसी बात हो जानी। और इसमें मैं समझता हूं कि बाहर की दुश्मनों की जरूरत नहीं है, हम पार्टी के अंदर ही ऐसी बातें कुछ निकल आती हैं, कोई दुश्मन तैयार हो जाते हैं जिस किस्म का रोल प्ले करते हैं। और आज मैं बहुत दुखी हूं ये बात देखकर कि पंजाब के अंदर जिस किस्म का रोल इन्होंने अदा किया और जो इस वक्त बनता था, उसमें बहुत कमी आएगी। इस बात का
नहीं, गुलचैन जी, देखिए, पार्टी का ये मानना है एंड इट्स वेरी क्लियर कि ये सिर्फ मिस्टर सिद्धू की बात नहीं है कि मिस्टर सिद्धू नाराज हैं। मे बी ही वाज जस्ट द वॉइस ऑफ अ लार्जर ओपिनियन विद इन द कांग्रेस पार्टी कि कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह के बस की नहीं है और उनको हट जाना चाहिए, उनको अपने आप ही हट जाना चाहिए था क्योंकि उनसे लोग नाराज हैं। आप मानते हैं कि लोग नाराज हैं?
मैं वही कह रहा हूं कि लोग के अब किस तरीका से आप ये कह रहे हैं कि लोग तैयार हैं, लोग नाराज हैं। आपकी बात मैं सुन रहा था, जैसे आपने खुद कहा कितनी मीटिंग हाईएस्ट लेवल पर सिद्धू जी की हुई, कितनी मीटिंग कैप्टन साहब की हुई। वो कहते हैं मैं 4 दफा मिला हूं, क्या बातें हुई, किस तरीका से तैयारी हुई और पंजाब के अंदर किन लोगों का रोल रहा, वो सारी बातें क्लियर नहीं है। लेकिन इतना मैं समझ चुका हूं कि यहाँ पर कोई अहम रोल अदा हुआ है जिसकी वजह से ये बहुत बड़ा नुकसान हुआ। और आज भी मैं ये कहता हूं कि हाई कमांड ने भी जिस तरीका से अभी भी इस सिचुएशन को टैकल करना चाहिए, बहुत सोच समझ के उन्होंने एक रोल अदा करना चाहिए। और खास से जो इंचार्ज हैं, हरीश रावत भी बड़े एक्सपीरियंस्ड आदमी हैं, बहुत संजीदा लीडर हैं कांग्रेस के, बड़े पुराने सेवा दल से लेकर यहाँ तक वो पहुंचे हैं। मुझे याद है मैं भी उत्तराखंड का भी अंदर उनके साथ रहा हूं, तो उनका भी एक रोल बनता है। और मुझे पक्का विश्वास है कि कैप्टन साहब को वो जो इस वक्त उनके अंदर ये बात चल रही है, वाकई वो ह्यूमिलेशन फील कर रहे हैं। मेरे टाइम भी ऐसा हुआ कि उस वक्त पंजाब का प्रदेश कांग्रेस का प्रेसिडेंट चेंज करने की कोशिश हुई, होगा भी।
स्मिता प्रकाश, ओके चरक जी, मैं वापस आता हूं आपके पास। स्मिता प्रकाश, आई वांट टू आस्क यू, डू यू फील दैट this crisis, I mean, this is a no-brainer, could have been better managed and better handled? And also, now that there is a change of guard, what really can the new chief minister achieve? If battling anti-incumbency was the target, then this should have been done about a year ago.
Yeah. Couple of points before I answer your question. Your interview with Dr. Kumar, in which he says that a resolution was moved appreciating Captain Amrinder Singh's contributions. It's really, I mean, when he said that, it was like, the conspirators around Caesar who praised Caesar before stabbing him. It was just that. To your question about what can the new chief minister do, could it have been better handled? Of course, it could have been better handled. There was no need to humiliate the man like this. I think if it had been probably left to Sonia Gandhi, she would have handled it with finesse. As far as what can the new chief minister do once they appoint a new chief minister, because I think Amrinder he's really put a spanner in the works, because now if they appoint Sidhu, because there's talk about Jhakar, if they appoint Jhakar, first time a Hindu being appointed, then 2 Dalit deputy chief ministers is the talk which is going on. But I think Captain Amrinder has really made it extremely difficult. First, very big shoes to fit into. Next, if they appoint Sidhu as the chief minister candidate for the next election, or chief minister in waiting, or chief minister till the next election, it's going to be very, very difficult, because he's made it into a national security platform. He has already said that it's going to be a disaster in the national security perspective to have Sidhu out there. So that really makes it now extremely untenable for the Congress to keep Sidhu, make Sidhu for the next 10 months, because it's going to be everybody against Sidhu if they make that. And even if they have him as a chief minister candidate, you're going to be Sidhu's bargaining power with the Congress also makes it difficult. Remember about a few weeks back when he said that agar mujhe nahi banaya chief minister candidate, so you see what's going to happen. So what's going to happen is this dangling that he's had, that Aam Aadmi Party might make him into a chief minister candidate. But now you think the AAP is going to take him as a CM candidate ever? He's become literally a hot potato as far as chief minister is concerned.
Smita,
and I really wonder
the thing is, why do we feel that Sidhu is doing this on his own?
Him.
Because you see, the entire Congress party is backing what Sidhu was doing all along. Initially, it seemed to be a Sidhu's personal enterprise. Now it emerges that actually the whole party was with him.
Yes. So in one of the interviews, maybe in your interview or some other interview, because today Captain has done a marathon of interviews. He's like, I think 3 or 4 hours of interviews, in which he said that he had his supporters with him, and he told his supporters to go for the CLP meeting. So I really don't know what is happening, because is he trying to say that he has more supporters than are visible around him right now, Captain? And as far as the people who were there and who passed that resolution, resolution, who were there in the CLP and are standing with Mr. Rawat and Mr. Makan, it's possible also, Sanket, that they have little option. Where can they go? Ultimately, the flock has to be with whoever is the next person, because Captain's future is like nobody really knows, right? Is he going to the BJP? Is he forming another party? Only when that crystallizes will the flock go with wherever he is supposed to go or he wants to go. And if he's wearing his battle honors and really fighting it out, like he said to you, that he's not going to retire hurt, he's going to retire after a victory.
Yes. Faizan Mustafa, I want to come to you now. First of all, your initial comments and then my question.
No, as a student of constitutional law, Sanket, ideally a chief minister should be allowed to complete his term. But then we have a party rule. And to answer your question that you had a smooth change of government in Gujarat but not in Punjab, if you are a ruling party at the center with 300 MPs, the control of the high command will be absolute. I recall Kalyan Singh was made to resign in similar circumstances in UP when a group of upper caste MLAs revolted against him, and then he had to form his own party. So I think the comparison of a smooth changeover in Gujarat with Congress having just about 50 MPs in Lok Sabha is not appropriate. Now, as far as law is concerned, it is the prerogative of the party to change the leader, but as you rightly said, that such unpleasant things could be done in a more diplomatic manner. Ideally, in such cases, the tradition in Congress has been that the outgoing chief minister will propose the name of the successor, as happened in Gujarat, because lately, Congress, all traditions of the Congress have also been adopted by BJP. My problem is that this is not right, that the Congress Legislative Party is authorizing the party president to nominate chief minister. It is a wrong tradition of Congress now being followed by BJP. MLAs should be allowed to elect their leader. And once you have a central observer, both in BJP as well as Congress, they do come up with a name. And that name should be endorsed by the PLC. Going to the high command, to me, is, not really democratic, and it compromises the autonomy of the state.
Also Mr. Mustafa, see, the thing is that now high commandification of political parties is absolute. I mean, it exists everywhere. It's almost a joke to say that MLAs elect their leader. I don't think anybody will believe this.
That is what the Constitution expects.
Yes,
As
Mr.
per
Mustafa.
the Constitution, ideally the MLAs should elect. This is a wrong constitutional convention we are making. I think it may be, in terms of letter of the law, all right, but it is definitely against the spirit of the Constitution.
Okay. Manjeet Rai, I want to come to you now. When I asked Captain Amrinder Singh this question on whether he is still a congressman, he said, I don't know. Now, is this a little bit of opportunity that you sense for yourself, Manjeet Rai ji?
I want to say on this whole drama, that is, I can say this script is written down by the advisor of the Congress party. We have no concern with whosoever become a chief minister of the state, but some points has been raised by the Captain Amrinder Singh. That is, we are the border state, as concerned Mr. Sidhu, that how he met Mr. Bajwa and to the other people at Pakistan. And Chief Minister also asked to Sidhu not to go to Pakistan. When the Prime Minister is not going there, then he stopped. He said that Mr. Sidhu should not go to the Pakistan. So, High Command and other people, they are concerned, and Mr. Captain is also concerned about the to give the chief ministership to Mr. Sidhu. We have no concern at all. Either Sidhu becomes or anyone else, Mr. Jakhar, whosoever. But that is the headache of the party. Now the people are asking, people of Punjab are asking about the some issues has been raised by the at that time Mr. Captain Amrinder Singh. Just like to waive the loan of the Kisan people of commission agent banks and others, and as well as also they committed to the people of the Punjab others so many things.
No, my
regarding
only point over here, Manjeet Rai ji, is whether you sense an opportunity in Captain Amrinder Singh saying that he does not know whether he will remain a congressman or not. Smith, I want to come back to you. You know, the larger point over here is, number one, a crisis badly handled, and number two, what happens from here on? Do you feel that the Congress has gifted itself a defeat when they were clearly a few months ago almost the victors?
You're asking me, sir?
No, this is for Smita Prakash.
Yeah, Sanket, a telling comment is that there is. Sanket, a telling comment is that people in the BJP are saying that. I mean, forget about anybody else saying that. An opposition party says that the Congress was winning, and what have they done? You know, there is a sense of regret in the BJP of all places. And, I'm seeing a number of commentators saying that, Congress commentators saying that compare it to Rupani, the way Rupani was fired in Gujarat. The thing is that you cannot compare what happened with Gujarat, because in Gujarat it's always been the face of Modi. They have done that for almost 20 years. They have fought with the face of Modi. It was never Anandiben Patel. It was never Rupani. It's even now you have a Patel. Patidars are there in the cabinet, but it's going to be Modi even in 2024 fighting, and they are going to keep saying that it's Modi's central policies which is benefiting Gujarat. So vote for the BJP. Whereas here in Punjab, you had Captain Amrinder, the winning horse. Who goes and shoots at the knees of a winning horse? That's exactly what they've done. So who are they going to put in the poster? Are they going to say Sonia Gandhi is the person?
The Congress
if
feels,
she goes and fights in Raebareli,
right
I would
now
be
the
surprised.
Congress feels that Captain Amrinder Singh was not the winning horse. He was not. And he must have gone. He should have gone earlier.
Look, okay, fine. If they had done an audit and if they had got to know that this is what the situation is, I quite get it. But it's only those MLAs who supposedly have gone and told the Congress leadership. Everybody else in the state, including the commentators on your own channel have been saying this time and again. Former Congress leaders from the state are all saying that maybe there was a better way to handle it. And even till 3 months ago, everybody was saying, Sanket, tell me about the farmers' agitation. You saw Rahul Gandhi climb on top of a tractor right in the center of the city, made farmers' agitation as something which was like a ticket to pull down the BJP government or to hammer Modi with, right? They were fronting the farmers' agitation. Who provided that fodder for the farmers' agitation? It was Amrinder Singh. He's the one who sent the tractors. He's the one who encouraged the farmers to go to Delhi. Did they come in from Simla? Did they come in from Kashmir? Did they come from Tamil Nadu? They all came from Haryana and Punjab. And had it not been for Amrinder who sent it, and who got the political benefit of that? You think Amrinder was getting it? No, it was Rahul Gandhi. So I would think that Rahul Priyanka would support Amrinder Singh. Why would you, again and again I'm saying this, that take a winning horse and lead it out of the race?
गुलचैन जी, मैं आपके पास आना चाहता हूँ.
जी.
Obviously you seem to support Captain Amrinder Singh. आप मुझे ये बताइए, और ये कि बड़ा सवाल है, कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह को क्या करना चाहिए? From here on, what should he do?
देखिए, मैं तो कहूंगा कि कैप्टन बड़े सीजन लीडर हैं. जिस तरीके से वो गुस्से में कह रहे हैं, उन्हें नहीं कहना चाहिए, क्योंकि पार्टी में हैं और वो रहेंगे, मुझे पक्का विश्वास है, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा रोल रहा है उनका पंजाब के अंदर भी और खासकर कांग्रेस के अंदर. और जब बहुत बड़ा क्राइसिस था, उस वक्त भी कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी का बहुत रोल रहा है. और सिद्धू जी जिस तरीके से बात कर रहे हैं, मैं समझता हूं कि उनको भी थोड़ा सा, अगर पार्टी के प्रेसिडेंट बने हैं, उनको भी थोड़ा सा बड़ा तहम्मुल से काम लेना चाहिए. और भाई मुझे पक्का विश्वास है कैप्टन साहब ने जो कुछ कहा है वो इससे हटकर सोचेंगे और पार्टी के अंदर एक डिसिप्लिन सोल्जर की तरह वो आर्मी में रहे हैं, एक फौजी जबरदस्त वॉरियर हैं, और मुझे पक्का विश्वास है कि वो ऐसा फैसला कोई नहीं करेंगे जिससे कल पार्टी को, जिस पार्टी के अंदर इतना लंबा समय गुजारा और खासकर इस फैमिली के साथ, सोनिया जी के साथ और उनके बच्चों के साथ और राजीव जी के साथ जैसा उनका एक संबंध रहा है, मुझे नहीं लगता कि इतनी जल्दी उनको संबंध को तोड़ना चाहिए, उनको छोड़ना चाहिए. He should not take any his decision at this moment of time.
Advice for Captain Amrinder Singh that he should not take any decision, but for a headstrong man who says that I will only retire once I've won a battle, one really does not know what he plans to do next. Faizan Mustafa, I wanted to come to you and ask you, okay, we'll go back to Faizan in just a short moment. Smita Prakash, you know, we have discussed enough about what the Congress should have done or could have done, and you know, how to handle this crisis better. For Captain Amrinder Singh, do you feel that this is in any case the end of the road? For instance, if he wants to experiment, go for a Haryana type model, where a young Dushyant Chautala broke away from INLD and then is in an alliance with the BJP. Do you think he can do something like that even now for the BJP? And is that necessarily going to work?
In the 90s, he broke away and he started his own party. Then he merged it with the Congress, right? I don't know whether, he has it in him to start a party just before this election. It's very early, but you say this to Captain Amrinder Singh, it's like waving a red rag to a bull, because age is just a number, He can well start something and get an outside support, say. We've seen all these kind of permutations and combinations happening in our country with this multi-party democracy that we have, where an outside support is given and you form. You saw how Chandrasekhar was given an outside support by Congress party and he became Prime Minister. So why not in the state? We saw this happening in Karnataka. You've seen it happening with Shiv Sena in Maharashtra. So a small party can do that. But does he really have it in him that in 6 months' time or in 7 months' time to start again and to, to fight an election? In the possibility is there, yes. But will the BJP do that? They have broken ties with Akalis. They don't have a Sangathan in the state. If they had to take Amrinder, why didn't they take him earlier? Have talks begun? There's a lot of gossip in the corridors which is happening in Delhi today, that conversations had begun between people who were close to Amrinder and people in the BJP. Will the BJP take on Amrinder? There is a natural tendency towards moving towards somebody or somebody moving towards on the national security platform. There's a meeting of minds which happens between an ex-Fauji like Amrinder and somebody like Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, who have national security as they wear it on their sleeves. So there's a natural meeting of minds on that. But is Captain willing to take on the task of forming a party? Joining the BJP is a different matter altogether, but forming a new party, it's a huge, big challenge.
Absolutely. And just very close
like
to
I
the
said,
elections.
that you try and tell a man who's in his 80s that the challenge is too much.
Well said. Well said. Thank you very much to all of you for joining us on this discussion. We have to stop for a short break at this moment. Another exclusive conversation up next. Welcome back to The Big Fight, and now for the other newsmaker. Two big blockbuster political events happened today. One is the resignation of the captain, Amrinder Singh, and on the other hand, a political rebirth. A person who had said that he has resigned or left politics came back to politics and joined the Trinamool Congress. We're talking about Mr. Babul Supriyo. Mr. Supriyo is now with us. Babulji, thank you so much for your time. I want to ask you this question. Why? Why did you feel the need to do this?
Well, you see, I completely take responsibility of the fact that, yes, everything is on black and white, whether I've written it on Facebook or on 5 columns that I've written for our leading Bengali newspaper. I have made my, made my mindset very clear, and I would rather say that I've exposed my mindset and what was going through my mind very clear. I did feel very disillusioned. I did feel that the 7 years of hard work that I put in. I don't think that even my detractors would say that I have not fought a battle in West Bengal or have not done good enough for the party. I just heard Amarinder Singh ji say that after doing 9.5 years of great work for the party, you feel let down when you are suddenly asked to resign. I think that I will not get into that story, but I was disillusioned and sad enough, disappointed enough to understand that my political journey was meeting a very narrow bottleneck, and there wasn't much that was left. So rather than pleading with the coach to make me part of the playing 11, I felt that I should probably move on to a place where to a team rather, where coach would want me in the playing 11 and would welcome me with open arms. And everything happened in the last 3 days. It was not something that anyone was, sending feelers or anything of that sort. My friend Derek O'Brien, it's a small conversation that, in which he conveyed the very exciting and challenging opportunity that Mamta Didi and Abhishek Banerjee and Trinamool Congress had thought for me, in which I can actually serve the people of Bengal. So, as I said, I take full responsibility. I'm very much aware that the opposition political parties, it is their compulsion, and they have every right to say what they want to say negative about me and how I've made a U-turn or all that. But in life, certain things happen to you. You respond to that in a manner which you feel is appropriate. My leaving politics was absolutely wholehearted, and obviously, if I had made a resolution of that sort, the opportunity that was offered to me from Trinamool Congress, or the warmth that I felt with Mamta Didi and Abhishek, that it must have that zing in it, that spark in it, which made me take this decision that my 7 years of experience in central politics can be revived through working, in a new manner for the people of Bengal. So it's not really a political. Obviously, it's a political decision, but it is the opportunity to work for the people of Bengal once again with a team, with a captain, with a coach who is willing to make me part of the playing 11.
That is true,
okay
Babulji. But
I'm not really okay with sitting on the bench. I would not sit on the bench.
Yes, you don't want to sit on the bench. I understand. You said that you felt a little disillusioned. May I ask, why were you disillusioned in the BJP? What happened?
Well, I think that let's not go back. I think whatever happened in the public domain. Yes, I felt, you can always have new players in new playing 11, but someone who has delivered, someone who has worked selflessly for the party to so many. There is always an argument that, you are a minister, and if you are removed as a minister, then you want to leave the party or something. But I think that it was an unfair deal, but that is how I saw it.
No, but Babuji, don't you think that this criticism is going to hold, that when you were made a minister from West Bengal, then you were not disillusioned, but when you were not made a minister, when you were asked to contest local elections in West Bengal, that's when you became disillusioned?
Not at all. That's wrong. Get your facts right, boss. Rather than getting disillusioned, I was one man who said that if I fight, I knew that many MPs were fighting the general MLA elections. I had said that if I fight, give me a hard seat, a seat that someone would not want to fight for. Give me a hard seat. I am not at all bothered. I play sports a lot, and I might look a little heavy on screen, but I'm pretty fit, and I play sports where I know that you win some, you lose some. So I fought a hard seat, Tollygunj, in which there is a 3-time MP in the Arup Biswas, who is a very mighty leader in West Bengal for Trinamool Congress. I am telling you on record, and everyone is aware of the fact. I've said it several times. My only condition was that I will fight if I am given a hard seat from where someone else would not really want to fight from. So you get your facts right, man. It's not that I got disillusioned after
so were
that.
you given a hard seat?
We all work for some kind of promotions in life, right? You may have been a copywriter in your life, but then you have made a place as a newscaster, and then you're asked to go and start from being a copywriter once again you might not like it. So it's up to a person's liking. I did
Ah.
not like the fact that I was left out of a team. I want to be in the playing 11. I'm a workaholic, and I had a very good life outside of politics. It was just a chance meeting with Baba Ramdev on the flight where I felt that he was thinking and BJP was thinking they cannot win a seat in Bengal, and I just thought it was on a Bengali to prove that wrong. So I just took up the responsibility. I told him, write my name, give me a seat, I will give you one seat from Bengal, and I did it.
So
I
Baba
followed the
Ramdev
road.
got you in touch with the BJP.
He did not get me into politics. I told him that if you should you put my name in the list that you're carrying with you, I will win one seat for Bengal, because Bengal is a place which is the homeland for Shama Prasad Mukherjee. West Bengal is made, the making of West Bengal can be attributed to Shama Prasad Mukherjee during the partition times, whatever happened during that period. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a much revered and loved figure in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee herself was a cabinet minister in Atal Bihari's tenure.
Babuji, tell me something. You drew this comparison. You drew this comparison.
For a Bengali, I should take up the challenge. There was something in that moment, and that's how I told Baba.
No, okay. So you have in a way, Babulji, also set your expectations for Mamata Banerjee as well as Abhishek Banerjee, that you say that you want to be part of the playing 11. Now, may I ask you, what do you plan to do in the TMC?
They have already made me part of the playing 11. Otherwise, this was not some the fillers being sent from one end to the other. No, I will give it to them. I will express my gratitude. Let's not beat around the bush. Yes, I was for BJP. I fought a fierce battle against them. But, we have players moving from one team to the other. And whatever I do at this point of time, I do it with all my might. I put my
No,
best foot
Babulji,
forward.
when you say playing 11, do you want a ministerial berth? Do you want to be an MLA with a minister
not what I
in the
want.
Mamata Banerjee
It is
cabinet?
not.
Do you want to be
It
an
is not.
MP?
It is inappropriate for me to say what I want. That is something that the party's prerogative, Mamata Didi's prerogative. We'll have to wait and see what it is for her to announce and let everyone know what.
What if
exactly
you are not
that challenge.
made part of a playing 11 here?
Well, you're welcomed into the party, and you're welcomed in a manner where you obviously have taken up this challenge in spite of knowing that there is going to be a lot of flack that I'm going to get from opposition parties. That's fine.
Okay.
I've taken the challenge.
Okay, my final question.
Something in this challenge.
Okay, my final question, Babulda, Abhishek Banerjee says that why only Babul Supriyoji? There are others also who would be jumping ship or coming into the Trinamool Congress. Why do you think this exodus is happening? Why are more and more people from BJP coming to the TMC?
That is not for me to make a judgment. BJP is a huge party. If there is some exodus that is happening, then it is for the BJP leadership to decide why that is happening. Obviously, I should not make a judgment just because as of now, for the last 7-8 hours, I am not a BJP member anymore, and I've joined the rival party. That's what it is.
Okay. Right. Babul Supriyo, congratulations for your new assignment, and thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Short break at this moment. News and updates continue on the other side.